Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Alkimo Sabi. Today we're taking a look at SUPERHOT. SUPERHOT is a first-person shooter which came out on Steam last week. It revolves around the idea that you are in this kind of VR game and everything moves in slow motion until you move your character. I'm not going to say too much more about it. It's quite hard to explain without having the video in front of you, so I'm going to jump in here to an endless mode. I've completed the campaign. The campaign is about 2 hours long. A lot of people have been complaining about that, particularly due to the price. It's around £17 on Steam. 2 hours of campaign, but it does have a lot of other content, as you can see here. Quite a few endless maps, as well as quite a few challenges, which involve going through the story again. So if you do like replaying stuff, then it'll be good for you. However, if you're not so keen, then perhaps not. Gonna jump into an endless mode first, and then I will show you some challenges. So as you can see, while I'm stood still, everything moves very slowly. When I look around, things do move a little quicker. They don't stop completely when you're moving, but it does take a long time for things to happen. I don't know if you can see it from here, but as I move my head, the character is moving a little bit faster. That's particularly important when bullets are fired. If you hold down space when you jump, you can do that. That's not a great start to the video, is it? So there are always things in the level you can pick up, like this keyboard here, which you can throw at enemies to disarm them. You can also throw weapons. There are specific weapons to throw. There are some shurikens on a couple of the levels, but mainly it's these blunt objects which will just disarm your enemies. Then you've got the projectile weapons. You've got the pistol, which I'm using at the moment. Then you've got the assault rifle, which fires in bursts. Let me show you that now. And then you have a shotgun. There is also a katana as another offensive weapon, which I will show you soon, but obviously that's not a projectile weapon, in case that's not clear. However, you can throw it, skewering multiple enemies, which is always so much fun. Hopefully I'll be able to show you that too. And then there are bats, which are blunt, and you can also use your fists. 3 hits from a fist will kill them. It's worth mentioning that you can shoot or attack an enemy anywhere on their body, and as long as you've done enough damage, it will kill them. Headshots are cool, but as one of the achievements in this game says, pretty pointless. Grab the shotgun, as you'd expect, fires quite a few projectiles. You throw down the bullet. So you can actually stop bullets with both the blunt objects you'll find around and weapons. However, it will destroy whatever you throw at it. If the bullet is close enough to an enemy, the shattered object may be enough to disarm them. Wouldn't rely on that though. Not very great. Right, so another of the cool features is hot switch. You don't unlock it until later in the game, but I will show you what it does just here. Let me just get to a point where it'll be actually meaningful to show it to you. Basically what it does is it allows you to switch bodies. I'll just try it here to demonstrate. So you press E and you hot switch into them. That person in front of me is who I was. They'll now die. And I'm now playing as this new character. It doesn't change how enemies view you. You're still seen as an enemy in this new body. It is pretty cool. It's great for getting around the map quickly if you need to. It does have a recharge time, as you may have just noticed. But it's particularly here's the katana. It's particularly useful when you get into a tricky situation where you're probably going to die if you don't do something. So you can just jump into a new body. However, it can also be dangerous. If you jump into a body that's close to a bullet and you move because you didn't realise that there was a bullet there, you're pretty screwed. So I'm just going to head out of this. I want to show you some of the other features of the game. So I'm going to jump into a challenge. Going to start this new ghost challenge, I think, because it sounds pretty cool. What I just want to show you is the replays and the kill scram features. So I'm a ghost in the system, 1 punch kills and all hot switching. So yeah, price is definitely the biggest negative with the game. I was happy to pay the full price because I really enjoyed the prototype. The prototype, which I will link in the description. More on that in a second. But yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about the 2-hour campaign. As I've shown, there is other content, but it is still a concern. Especially, as I said, if you don't like replaying things. I played a hell of a lot of the prototype. Oh yeah, I can't use weapons. Particularly before the game came out, and I really enjoyed the gameplay. And I'm really enjoying it with the game. The gameplay has remained pretty much unchanged since the prototype. However, there are graphical changes. But yeah, if you play the prototype and you really enjoy it, then I would suggest, and you don't mind paying the premium price, I would suggest picking it up. It is a hell of a lot of fun. I cannot stress that enough. It's been a while since I've had this much fun playing a game, certainly an FPS. Not my favourite genre, but I really enjoyed this game. If the price is a real concern for you, I would definitely suggest waiting until it gets a sale. Maybe a while, but it'll be worth the wait, I assure you. So now I'm going to show you the replays. As you can see, it's replaying the last level in real time, which is a cool feature. It's not so cool for this level. It wasn't a particularly interesting level, but if you're doing things quite quickly, if you're throwing weapons around, if you shoot lots of people, if you're throwing weapons everywhere, it's really awesome to see it in real time. Everything looks great in slow motion, but seeing those slow motion, precise movements in real time is so cool. And then you can also edit the replay. You can choose, so I'm holding down the mouse button, I'm choosing a little bit and it will loop that. Then you can upload it to Killstagram, which is a built-in video uploading system. I haven't played around with that too much, but I believe once it's uploaded you can share it with your friends. So I'm just going to play a couple more levels. So yeah, it's all about dodging bullets. It's all about this slow motion mechanic. There's not, to be honest, there's not much else to the game. It is quite simple. So if you don't like your things too simplistic, it might be one to pass on. However, I've been really enjoying it, as I've said. It's all focused around that. Yeah. Some of the challenges do switch up the gameplay a bit. There's one where you can only use the katana weapon. This one, as you can see, I can't use guns, but I can hot switch whenever I want to, which is cool, as well as having unlimited punches. There are also speed runs, and then there are those endless maps. There are a couple of different types of endless modes. There's one where you just have to kill as many people as you can, and then there are others where it will set you a certain number of kills to get, and you have to do them as fast as you can. Both pretty damn fun. I've been enjoying it. I'm about 5 hours in at this point. I'm still not bored of the game. I have been a bit sidetracked by Stardew Valley, I'm not ashamed to admit. That is also a great game. But yeah, 5 hours in, not bored. I definitely feel like I've got my money's worth. Even though the campaign's length was a bit disappointing. The story of the campaign, though, was pretty good. I won't say too much about it, as I don't want to spoil it. But most of the actual narrative is delivered through this forced chat you have with another SUPERHOT player. Because SUPERHOT is a game within a game. It's gameception. So SUPERHOT exists as a game within the world of the game that is SUPERHOT, if that makes sense. Don't know if it does. That kind of just came out. If it doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. But maybe it's you, not me. Did you think about that? I don't think you did. Anyway, narrative's good. It's very interesting. Like I said, won't explain too much, but it does get pretty cool, pretty trippy, especially towards the end. If you don't like things that are a bit odd, you might not enjoy it so much, but I certainly did. Not too much else to say about the game, really. Would be nice if there was a level editor, I feel. It would definitely benefit from that, and a workshop support too. Workshop support, not a workshop support. It would be cool to share levels instead of just plays of levels. I think that would add a hell of a lot to how much content's in the game, how much replayability it has. I think that's about it, so I think I will end the video there. I've been Alkimo Sabe, this has been SUPERHOT, thanks for watching and goodbye.